Okay, good morning, Miss. Thank you for taking the time to
Yeah, sure.
help us fulfill a requirement for our Persef subject. So
Okay.
we just want to ask you a bit of about your profession and how do you go about it? What are the advantages, disadvantages? How do you feel about it? And
Okay.
what advice could you give us?
So should I answer it now? That's a lot of questions. Okay, but um, I well, for my schooling, for my education, I took up communication arts, and then I took up some graduate studies, and again, I went into communication, but I also took an added layer. Aside from communication, I studied environmental science because I wanted to put the two of them together. And now I'm studying again, and I'm still getting communication. And the added layer that I'm taking up this time is I'm into strategic planning. Okay, and well, for the profession, I've been in the teaching profession, I think, for uh, less than 20 years. I'll keep my age a secret. Less than 20 years, and in between, I would do I would be involved in events organizing or doing some commissioned work, like doing before it used to be like slide shows. They would do commission me to do some slide presentations. So now it's doing audiovisual productions. And once in a while, we would do indie film. Me and my group would do independent film.
Miss, what's the name of your group?
Our group, okay, our group is called Haring Ibon.
Hi.
Yeah, Haring Ibon. So we used to document the height of the protests during the Marcos era, the Cory era, and stuff like that.
Isn't that risky, Miss? Especially during that time where they're really strict on protesters.
Yeah, it's risky. Well, sometimes we just laugh it off. We get a bit paranoid, and we would joke around. Hey, on my way here, somebody was stalking me. I think it was the military or something like that. But I guess the notion of like being a journalist as well, and knowing that we have to do this. You know how we've been taught in our classes na this is what you do, you program what you do, and you show it to the people. Now nga, we hear Mike Enriquez, di ba? Ano yun? Habang mainit pa yung balita, something like that. So it's like, it's in your blood. It's risky, but you want to do it.
So, Miss, what made you choose this path of career? Is it your dream since when you are a child?
When I was a child, career, my profession is I'm in teaching. As a kid, I always imagined myself talking in front of a television, pretending to be a TV host. And I would also, now that you ask, I remember also pretending, facing the wall and pointing at stuff, pretending that I was teaching. So yeah, this is what I do now. But maybe it's not too late to change careers. I'll get into creative stuff, probably do some artworks. I think that's still communication.
Miss, have you ever considered changing during, I don't know,
Maybe give it about, maybe when you guys graduate, after your batch, maybe I will change careers.
Miss, what career?
I don't know. I just want to be an artist, quote unquote, an artist. A different way of still communicating to people.
no preference, Miss? No something
I'd
in
like
mind?
to be in a band and probably play the guitar and be one of the singers, not the lead singer, one of the singers, and do some artworks also, paintings.
So, Miss, out of all the available schools now you could choose from, what made you choose LaSalle Canlupa?
Oh, easy. It was a pioneering move. It was a pioneering move. Imagine, being part of the pillars, and that's, I guess, a privilege. When you start the school, you somehow get to contribute in making a social memory, quote unquote. Diba? This is the chance to do the best, and change whatever it was that people observed from wherever we came from, and we just wanted the best for this school. Plus, of course, the surroundings are so green, you just cannot resist it.
That's true. Miss, follow-up question: would you have preferred to be teaching in the main or here?
No, no second doubts. I would rather stay here. Of course, I like Manila because it's a bigger, more people. I also get, I came from Manila, so I still look, no, I don't really miss Manila, but it's a different crowd there, and I think we should get a mix of both. But I like this campus. I'd like to stay here.
With that being said, Miss, are you satisfied as of late with your chosen path, say, career?
Looking at my students, I'm always pleased. So, no doubts about it. I'm glad. Diba? Baka sabihin niyo masyado naman akong ano sa batch ninyo. But I've been telling you guys na, I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying your company, your batch. And the previous batches then, of course.
So, Miss, from a communicator's perspective, since media is also related to us, how would you describe media in your own words?
Media, well, media is all around us. You can hardly, end the day without being involved in any form of media. We use the phones all the time. We hear the radio. We use the Facebook, and we tweet. So it's just part of us. It's difficult to imagine the world without media.
Miss, if we would narrow it down to Philippine media, how would you say that it flourished throughout the years?
Philippine media, medyo malawak yan, ha? Philippine media, if you talk about the news, I think all these things about agenda setting theory and gatekeeping theory are still true, in the sense that media would still talk about the same thing. And I think it's time that we change what the news is talking about and how news is delivered. So, in that sense, I don't think it flourished much.